Hi, my name is Nur Syamimi Binti Nani. So today we will look into macronutrients and micronutrients. So let's get started. Perhaps that you know what is nutrients? Alright, so nutrients is a substance that provide nourishment essentials for the life growth and the development. So there are 6 types of nutrients, which are fat, carbohydrate, protein, water, minerals, and vitamins. Micronutrient consists of carbohydrate, fat, protein, and water, while for the micronutrient, it consists of vitamin and mineral. So we need this macronutrient to give us energy, and we need this micronutrient to make our body to stay healthy and digest this micronutrient. First, carbohydrate. So there are 2 types of carbohydrate, which is simple carbohydrates and complex carbohydrate. So what is simple carbohydrate? Simple carbohydrate form of monosaccharide and disaccharide. For monosaccharide, it is consists of glucose, galactose, and fructose, while for the disaccharide, it is from the sucrose, lactose, and maltose. For the complex carbohydrate, it is oligosaccharides, polysaccharides, glycogens, and dietary fiber. Fat is substance that's soluble in organic while less soluble in water. There are 3 types of fat, which are triglyceride, phospholipid, and sterol. There are 3 types of chain, which are short chain, medium chain, and long chain. For the short chain, it is less than 6 carbon, while for the medium chain, it is 6 to 10 carbon, and the last one is long chain, it is more than 12 carbon. The shorter the fatty acid, and then it will be more liquid. So there are 2 types of fat, which are saturated that join with a single bond to hydrogens, and unsaturated that contain one or more double bonds. So there are PUFA and MUFA. For the MUFA, it is monounsaturated that consists of one double bond, and for the polyunsaturated, which is PUFA, it is consists 2 or more double bonds. So as you guys can see in this picture, it is about the sources of fats. So next is protein. Protein is consists of carbon, hydrogen, oxygen, and nitrogen. When it comes to the protein, you need to remember the basic molecule is amino acid. The shortest peptide is dipeptide, which are from the 2 amino acid, and when it's more than 2, it is polypeptide. So there are 20 of amino acid, which is 9 is essential amino acid that will obtain from the diet, and the 11 will be non-essential amino acid that will be produced by our body. So there are complete protein and incomplete protein. For the complete protein, it is contain all essential amino acid, while for the incomplete protein, it will be like lack of the essential amino acid. Did you know why protein is important? It is because it will act as a water balance, buffer, supply energy, transportation, and it is very helpful for the blood clotting. So you mean water? Alright. So water comprises 50% to 70% of the body. There are 2 types of water in our body, which are intracellular fluid, which is within the cell, and extracellular fluid. Did you know what is the role of water? Alright, so water is for the medium for the biochemical process and transportation in our body. It is to maintain the homeostasis, and it will act as a lubricant for moving part in our body, and lastly, it will regulate body temperature by sweating. So water is really important in your life. You need to drink at least 3 liters per day. Feel thirsty? Oh no, you are already dehydration. Mineral is one of the micronutrients. So there are 2 types of the minerals, which are major minerals and trace minerals. For the major mineral, we need in a large amount, while for the trace mineral, we only need in a smaller amount. This trace mineral can be toxicity in our body. So whenever you consume mineral supplements, you need to be careful because this is very dangerous. So when it comes to mineral, you need to know what is the functions of this mineral. The first one is that for the body growth and development, cofactors and metabolic roles, and these can be independent and dependent. So there are lots of major mineral. For the sodium and chloride, this is very helpful for the extracellular fluid. For the potassium, this is very helpful for the intracellular fluid and for the muscle contractions. And calcium. Calcium is really important, especially for the bone and teeth. You need to increase 60% for the intake for this calcium if you are pregnant and for the infants. This calcium also help for the blood clotting, and if you lack this calcium, you will get osteoporosis. The next is phosphorus. Phosphorus, you need to take 100 mg per day, but if you lack, and then it will contribute to bone loss, decrease the growth, tooth developments, and weight loss. The next one is magnesium. You can find this magnesium in green leafy plants, and this magnesium is for the enzyme activator and cofactor. But then if you are lack with the magnesium, and then you will get the risk of osteoporosis. The last major mineral is sulfur. I would say this major mineral is really important in someone's life. For example, calcium. As you grow older, you need to take food or anything that high in calcium. For example, milk. As you grow older, you need to drink milk to avoiding you from being osteoporosis. As you guys can see in this picture, it is about the person that have been osteoporosis because lack of calcium. So you need to grab something that high in calcium, but don't overlimit, okay? The example for the trace mineral are iron, zinc, copper, iodide, selenium, manganese, fluoride, and molybdenum. Lastly, we will see vitamin. There are two types of vitamin, which are fat-soluble and water-soluble. For the fat-soluble, it will absorb with the fat via lipoprotein, and the vitamin is vitamin A, D, E, and K. While for the water-soluble, it will absorb directly into the bloodstream, and the example is vitamin B and vitamin C. Okay, so this is the example for the vitamin, such as vitamin B7 for the energy metabolism, and you can find this kind of vitamin in the nut, egg yolk, fish, and liver. For example, the next one is vitamin C, and this is for the immunity and collagen, and you can find this kind of vitamin in a citrus fruit, strawberries, and many more. Next. Alright, so as you guys can see in this table, it is about the nutrients, the functions, and recommended intake, and what if you get insufficient that kind of nutrients. And lastly, in conclusions, you need to remember that you are required to take this kind of macronutrients and micronutrients in your diet. You cannot just pick whatever you want, such as I don't like vegetables. No, you cannot do that because every nutrient have its own advantages. If there is lacking somewhere, and then you will face something that you don't want. Okay, so I think that's all from me. Thank you. Bye.